Well, you know what? That gives a great segue into what I was about to say, man. When I seen the whole show with you on Drink Champs, I seen the whole 3 hours and whatnot. That little snippet that they put out was out of context. So I was like, yo, what Math talking about with this league owning shit and all that shit, man? And I just try to bomb on you on Twitter and whatnot, man. I do say I do gotta apologize. I mean, listen, I do say I gotta apologize. I said, I said even on Twitter, I said, yo, listen, man, if you could get crazy in public, man. If you're apologetic, don't do it in private. You should do it where you did it, in public as well. So, I salute, man. That was a great show too, by the way. That was a great show.
Question.
Thank you.
So what, obviously you felt kind of strongly about it on Twitter. We seen the tweets. But, what made you come to the
realization?
What was the epiphany that you had where you was like, you know what? I think I was out of character and I should apologize.
Because he was talking about the mother niggas and not Queen of the Ring. He said nothing about the when he made that segment.
Here I go giving you props. But realistically, can we have a real conversation about this?
Of course.
We had one with the Hoffa. Do you think it's fair for battle rappers to get royalties?
I'm not opposed to that.
Who you asking that?
I'm not opposed to that, but I'm just telling you right now, it's just on how. Because battle rap is a different structure than hip hop. You got to remember that. In hip hop, there's mechanical royalties, there's syncopated royalties, there's all type of licensing royalties, publishing. You get your writers, you get your publishing, all that, and then show money. So it's all different type of monetary income you can get from hip hop, from music. With battle rap, you only got like two or three, things of income that you can get from that avenue. Yeah, that you can get from that. So it all depends. And a lot of times I'm gonna keep it 100. Let me finish. A lot of times, say even with that YouTube money, that's slow money. To the point where it's really basically nothing unless you're getting like a 2 to 3 million view battle and shit with a lot of watch time on it.
Right.
And if you want to split $5 out of what, or $10-12 out of what your battle made, then that's all fine with me type of deal. But I'm not opposed to that.
Let's be honest. Anything doing 1 million views is not $5 to $10.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is collectively, it's not gonna be 1 million views unless you're Misfit.
So that's what I was about to say. So when one hits 1 million, how much? When one hits 1 million, how much that's banking to?
But see, that's not a lot. I can't. I'm not saying I wouldn't tell you, but I can't equate that right now because I wouldn't know.
Hey, listen, I'm just gonna tell you. Question.
No, I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you, Fit. It's anywhere from $8,000 to $16,000.
He's a damn lie.
It's any place from $8,000 to $16,000.
That's not true. 8 to 10. That's.
I just want to know what's the difference.
No, it's
the difference? Like you name so many.
I wish
you name so different.
Hold up, too much y'all talking.
Yeah,
you name so many different things for artists. Just the songwriter royalties and a deal for how many times it streams.
Yo, Av, talk at the phone.
Like, don't artists get regular music?
You breaking up, Av?
Yeah. I'm saying, I'm like, what's the difference?
What's the difference?
You still can't hear me. Songwriting, like a songwriter royalties.
The difference is people play more records than they watch battles.
Yeah.
However, the difference between battle rap and music is there are writers involved in battle rap that get no credit for the material that's going out. If you wrote something on somebody's album in music, you get that credit, you get a percentage of the publishing, and you get money. Battle rap is the only art form where the writers don't have a specific setup where they receive money for their work.
And not for nothing, writers in battle rap, they can get their royalties as far as publishing. They can they can get their publishing as far as ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. Y'all can write y'all shit out and send it off and get y'all splits and stuff 100% because we don't take nothing from it. I know I don't. So
as a writer too, but
I see Mickey Facts talking about this shit too on the show.
Man, Mickey Facts.
But at one point,
Mickey Facts talked about it. Both knew about that shit years ago. Some people just didn't know. You have to. I put people onto that back way before that. And people was just it's either you're lazy doing it, or you're not gonna do it at all, or you're just gonna do it. It's up to the artist to do that.
But also, so like you can also register those performances as performances. But when you need to do that, you need to get cue sheets from Battle League owner, Debo, or whoever's the person. That's not being done. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, I'm fit though.
Who would you go to first? Let's say you just finished performing. You just battle. Who are you going to first? If you know what I'm saying? On the URL, you just finished battling, hand the URL battle. You turn your mic off. You trying to go talk to somebody about all that shit. Who you going to?
I'd go to Beasley.
Okay.
If you want that information, like the cue sheets and things like that, I would probably go to Beasley.
It's not like I don't know Beasley. We talk the most, definitely. I just wanted to know.
So like not only cue sheets though, like tax forms for them to claim it on the income tax. That's not being done.
Yeah, I gotta say, this has been an issue for me for a long time.
It's either the leagues are not informed, which probably not the case because they have to claim taxes for the money they're giving y'all. So, either it's not being done, or if it's like, if you don't ask, then it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
but see, with tax form,
it's a different W form you file up.
Yeah,
I was about to say, you fill out
with tax forms.
It's a W-9, right? Yeah. It's a W-9.
Listen, with tax forms, either some of these artists, well, a lot of these artists are either work for hire because they're not employees, so you're not getting an employee tax form.
No, but even work for hire, even a one-time fee, you can claim that on your taxes.
Yeah, you could claim that, right? You could claim that. So it's just different. It doesn't coincide with the league as far as you're doing your individual taxes from that league.
No, it's not different. It can be done.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it could be done.
The leagues are not telling the government, I paid you.
Right. Correct.
That's the issue. That is the one issue. The leagues are not saying
these artists.
I hired this motherfucker and I paid him this much. So every year I get audited because
how do you think
where his income is coming from.
Let's say
nigga, number one, you don't get audited every year because your ass don't battle no more. So shut your ass up. You won't talk.
I get audited every year.
Numbers gonna drop. If league owners were to tell to report wages like that, numbers gonna drop.
And then why do you feel like that?
And
you don't
think
like the numbers gonna drop? Niggas' numbers gonna drop. I don't think.
Tell me why you feel like the numbers gonna drop?
No, I'm trying to figure out my Wi-Fi off, bro. Because they don't got Wi-Fi. They getting taxed now. No, I do. I'm about to cut this.
Right, but here's the issue with them getting taxed. If they can prove where they spending their money, where it's going, it's not on them. So it's actually like it would alleviate things. Now the problem is, I don't think that in certain situation everything is being disclosed. That's it. I'll say this is the perfect way to say it. Everything is not being disclosed. Right?
When you're saying disclose, what do you mean by that?
I mean,
well, like to the government, right?
Right.
Like whatever's the earnings from the event is not, it's like, all right, cool, I paid this person, but technically it didn't happen. That's why these forms are not being given to the artists.
To be honest with you, every league is, is different. So it depends on the league that you're dealing with.
And that's understandable because this culture is something brand new. We haven't figured out exactly what we're doing with it yet. Even though it's been 10 years, we still haven't figured out like what exactly we're doing with it.
Right. So, I mean, even some league owners agreeing. It's not like they're necessarily trying to get over. They just don't know.
Yeah.
Right, but that's why being informed is like, using platforms like big platforms to say, hey, it's not saying like Battle League owners are doing anything maliciously on purpose. We don't know, but it's more so like the artists are not informed. And the more and more like I have conversations with artists, they are clueless on how to make money, what's a BMI, how you get BMI. And for me, even for a while myself, I was clueless. You know what I mean? Because it's like different. Because if your peers are not getting it, you're like, oh, well, okay, I guess this is what's the norm. Right. But like at one point, and how much money does battle rap have to accumulate, and how high up is it gonna get before people start becoming knowledgeable and say, hey, okay, well, there's other parts to this, right? You know what I'm saying? And more ways for you to kind of provide for your family so that, owners, we know owners take losses. You know what I'm saying? We know it costs money to have an event. It costs money to pay the rappers. We know that. So it's not always profitable to say, hey, you're going to get a percentage of this YouTube. And also, it's hard to scale that money as well, right? How do you scale what percentage of YouTube would they get? Because it varies how much it will make based on watch time, right?
But all right, so this was my proposal. Because I had this conversation with Organic. Shout out to Organic. Shout out to King of the Dot. Shout out to Gully. Shout out to everybody over there, right? I said, if we can cut down the back end for royalties or a percentage of the pay-per-view, I feel like it would force battle rappers to go harder with the promotion. If I felt like I took ownership of my situation and I make as much money as it depends on how much work I put in, then I would definitely go harder. And
but how do you scale that? How do you scale that? Like, who determines what's good enough promo?
What's good enough promo? Okay.
You can't scale that.
If we set up, okay, what's good enough promo? Let's go by the battles that are successful, the battles that are big battles, what kind of promo they took. So if we was to go back and look at Cassidy versus Goods, and we took a record of how much promo Cassidy put in, or Verb versus Mook, and we took a record of how much promo they both put in, and what the end result was, then we can use that as kind of like a guideline. Like, I at least need all you battle rappers to give me 5 posts on all your social media week by week after you sign the contract.
And then what? What is that? So, okay, 5 posts, 50 top tweets, da-da-da-da-da. And like, you trying to say that eliminate the back end? And
I'm not saying eliminate it, but cut it down. So the league owners, their issue is, we take the hit when shit goes bad. Y'all still get paid. Now,
as work for hire should.
Right. Now, if y'all do good, we don't ever hear about it. We don't hear what the top numbers is.
Right.
That's like the hush-hush situation. But if something goes wrong, we definitely hear about it, right? Let us battle rappers take responsibility of our own situations, and judging by our reactions or the enthusiasm that we have with this responsibility, you figure out who to book. Who's going to follow the guidelines of a certain amount of promotion? Who's going to make sure that their battle is promoted? Who's going to go the extra step to kind of sell this fight because they know that a percentage of what happens afterwards belongs to them?
Right.
It's like we're all sharing the burden now. Now, upfront money, we need that. We need that because that's what makes us sit still and write.
But Math, I feel like the biggest reason people don't promote is because it is a one-time payment. It's like, all I have to do is be here and rap. Right. Now, if I'm getting, you're trying to say tie the promotion to what, like the recurring revenue. that they'll receive.
Right.
So they could go harder to push it.
It will be time. It's a simple numbers game. If you want 300 people to show up to your party, then you need to invite 3,000 people. You feel what I'm saying?
3,000 people?
3,000 people.
So you could guarantee that.
That's worth of. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So if I say I get a percentage of this pay-per-view or I get a portion of the YouTube, then it's up to me to present it to a certain amount of people to make sure that I get the money that I've been looking for.
You know what? That's I dig what you're saying too. That's cool, but I just wish that there was a system made to where it's a guarantee that certain artists can bring in these people, and that's it equates to what they give the artists. It's like if say a Misfit or a Math Alpha could bring in 200-300 people guaranteed every time their name is on a flyer. But I'm giving you said amount of what you could bring in the door, and that's what it could be, or any type of incentive, from there and shit like that.
But that's what it is though. That's why you got the serfs. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why they pay him so much, because it's like we know when he's in the building, people are gonna go insane, right? And they're gonna get tickets, ticket sales, streams.
But let's rewind on that. Even with Surf, we know Surf tweets 50,000 times a day.
Correct.
Period. So he's already cultivating his fan base.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, this is my daily routine. I wake up, I go on Twitter, I see what Surf or Math or Mook or Verb or whatever or Fit or Av, I see what they're talking about. And the more that they do that, the more interested I am, or the more I'm able to follow or feel a personal connection with this artist. Surf's popularity started with him tweeting just constantly. I feel like Verb peaked game, even though Verb was pretty active, so it might not be that. He might have just turned it up. And he figured out, if I just stay connected with the people, they'll follow me. They'll follow me into pay-per-views. They'll follow me into venues. They'll follow me into whatever.
But that's all what a fan base is, though. Right.
But this is where the issue is. In battle rap, there's one check. So people feel like after this check, it's nothing. I don't have to work hard for it because one, I already feel like I'm being underpaid. And two, ain't no money coming after this. So why am I giving a fuck?
Yeah, but also too, you got to remember though, you leaving the door open for everybody to think that they can jump on a league and say, I want a percentage, son. I need this, I need that. You got to really hone in and be specific. Like you're talking about top tiers, like people like such yourself as a misfit that can come to negotiation, and everything could be negotiable.
Right, but that's why maybe
can I get this? What about this? What about this? Everybody can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So
but remember how when a lot of us started, we was doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? We was coming in, we was rapping for free. And at that point, it's like it's almost entry level. So I do feel like, at some point, I don't expect new people to come up and like, yo, I want half the YouTube. Because even for me, I'm like, I ain't gonna pay this dude. Nobody knows you, bro. Like, nobody's gonna watch this battle. It's gonna get 500 views, blah, blah, blah. Right. But when you hit a certain bracket, like, when Misfit gives you 1 million views, right? At that point, where it's like, all right, cool. Like, now that we know this is attainable, now you can actually set predictions like a business. Like, what are you trending to make next year? That's how businesses are run with year-over-year results. So if last year I got you X amount of views, you can predict in some shape or form that this is the trending result. So now I can negotiate with you and say, hey, my battle here did this. My videos on Instagram did this. Every picture I put on Instagram gets over 1,000 comments. When you talk like that, then you should be able to negotiate a portion. You understand? I'm talking facts. I'm talking numbers. tangible things that you can actually see with your own eyes, and it's like a portfolio. You know what I'm saying?
But most importantly, Fit, what you're saying is it comes after accomplishment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it wouldn't be fair to the league owners for, Joe Schmo to be like, yeah, I want half and I want 20,000. Like, all right, that's a little, come on. They got to make money too.
But see with battle rap.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
However, if they publish their lyrics, that's going to come to them anyway.
Right.
Now, whether it's 2 cents or $2,000, it's totally up to what happens with the battle. But every battle rapper should know you already have this privilege of getting this extra money without a league's permission. You can publish your lyrics.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's upon the artist to get the information, right?
Right. I
don't think, and we can't hold the leagues responsible to say, hey, guys, get your publishing. It would be nice for, for them to do that. But at the end of the day, it kind of is, we got to take some responsibility too as artists to kind of change some information and figure it out. But this is why platforms like this, platforms like this and us talking about it, I do think is going to change things and kind of set the precedent there's other shit in this, y'all. You know what I mean? Let's figure it out. And, shout out to you for, getting the conversation started, But what you going to say, Devo?
No, I was going to say with battle rap, it's kind of young as far as the business sense, because we're still figuring it out from the battle rappers to the league owners. So the league owners get kind of, you say, oh, I want a percentage of YouTube and all that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is apprehensive on doing that. But it's all about finding that revenue, that income, that stream to keep coming in. As far as with record labels, they find different streams of revenue. Like I said, your mechanical rights, your syncopated royalties, licensing fees, all that stuff. When they have a catalog, they have said catalog and they can license it to a commercial or to a movie or to a TV show. Here's a bit of piece of music that, we're going to license off of you for $1,500 or something like that. They can do that continuously. With league owners, we don't have that luxury to be like, oh, I got such and such battle and I'm going to license it to this movie because they want to do such and such, or to this commercial or such and such. We only really depend on say, a pay-per-view. That's a one-time hit. The door, one-time hit. And then the only thing we relying on is YouTube money. And that kind of trickles down once the value of the battle is just slowing up in views. You understand what I'm saying? So,
but even the pay-per-view.
It's just got to be fair across the board. I can understand pay-per-view as far as artists wanting a percentage or shit. No, that's not I'm not saying no to that. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think that could be a problem. It just got to be, negotiated and stuff like that.
It can't be. So Debo, what I'm gathering from you is I'm not going to pay you the same money up front and then cut you in unless it makes sense. But across the board, the same money up front and on a back end, plus this it's not fair to you guys.
Right.
So I think that
what's fair. What's fair. Yeah, what's fair for me what's fair for you got to be fair for me too as well.
Right.
Understand what I'm saying?
So as battle rappers, I feel like if the longevity is in your mind and you feel like this battle is going to do a lot of views, it's going to be played over and over throughout the next 2 decades, 3 decades, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a shorter percentage on the back end so that I can have access to residual income that's coming out of this battle. Is that fair?
Yeah, that should be fair, depending on the artist.
Now, Debo, how likely?
Because the artist makes your card. That artist could help you bring in all that revenue and shit like that. So why not share a portion of that?
How likely do you think it is for league owners, as a league owner yourself, to even fall in line with these guidelines? And be honest, because we kind of want.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't be dancing around no questions, B. To be honest with you, it depends on that artist. if I feel like that artist is worth it, I want that artist on my platform. I need this battle. Then yeah, why not? I'm gonna be completely transparent on what I'm doing, so we can have that rapport on what's going on. Because the one-time hit is not like I'm continuously sharing a pay-per-view with you for the rest of the lane down the line. Yo, here's what we did, boom, boom, bam. Or here's a link for you to sell your ticket. You get a portion, and whatever comes in, you can check on it, and that's what it is.
Right.
And shit. Like, I mean, I'm not saying a lot of league owners, man, say either dirt bags or don't want to do whatever. Listen, I'm gonna tell you one time. Like I say, I was speaking Queen of the Ring specifically. You know what I'm saying? My budget for Queen of the Ring is not that crazy, my nigga. I'll probably spend like $15K or probably a little bit under that or somewhere near 20 or something like that. So for a person to ask for like 7 or 8K or some shit like that, that's cutting a lot of my budget off and shit. I can't do nothing with the rest. So I'm gonna come up in the red or come up short.
Here's my question, and it's up to you whether you want to answer or not. What is the max that you've made off of an event?
I'm not telling you that.
You say you don't dance around questions.
That's not a question I'm dancing around. I'm not dancing at all. I'm just telling you I'm not transparent with that.
But I gotta say, like,
because you know what? Let me tell you why. That's easy I can't say for a battle rap. With me, that brings problems. You understand what I'm saying? Because when people hear
what kind
things,
of problem?
I'm talking about when people hear numbers and all that, they throw that in your face. Oh, you made such and such. You could spare that. You could spare this and all that shit like that. I'm not into that.
You can throw it all they want. If they're not worth it, then what's the problem?
If you notice in female battle rap, which what I do a Queen of the Ring, they never really throw numbers around like that. They probably say, I got a big bag, or I got a, you know what I'm saying? But you got a big bag of what? You got 5, 8, 10, 10. No, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of problems in female battle rap, but one problem I don't get is financial. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not cheap, but I don't do things to make people come at me crazy when it comes to numbers like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play those games. I'm just here for the entertainment and shit like that. I don't think business-wise it makes sense to do that, to disclose things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an IPO.
I'm gonna say this. No, because I think as artists, if somebody knew what it was worth, then you might get one, less complaints, and two.
But I do that though, but not in the public.
Being more
because
business
you know what? Let me tell you something. I do that though. You know what I'm saying? To somewhat degree, but not in the public. You understand what I'm saying? If I have that one-on-one conversation with that artist, I'll be like, yo, this is what I did. Boom, boom, boom. You can tell at the door how much this is. You can add it up yourself and pretty much equate what it is and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If you make common sense out of it, you probably won't know what a pay-per-view did, but at the door, come on, you would know.
But this is what I'm saying. Like why is this information hidden when we got a Forbes list where people volunteer the money that they make? Why is it in battle rap it's hidden? Why is it hidden?
Because those salaries,
it's not on that level yet, man. It's not on that level yet.
It's not just that. It's those salaries that you're seeing on the Forbes list is made public. That's what it is. You know, so a lot of companies have IPOs. A lot of people have chairmen of the boards, and they share stocks and stuff like that people buy into. Right. So you have to make those salaries public. Sporting events, sports like the NBA, NFL, and all that shit, they work on a different system. They have to make those salaries public. You understand? It is not government funded. It's a private sector. So you know they make these salaries public for the people to see and stuff like that. So,
privately owned corporation.
Hold on. Unfortunately, when I say this, and I don't mean to be like disrespectful to our culture, what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But battle rap is somewhat niggerish. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit be flowing. Remember the 2.5 strike shit? Everybody lost their damn mind thinking Smack got 2.5 million and it was about to be some shit to pay. It was about to be hell on earth. You know what I'm saying? Until they had to understand how the situation worked. And then they had to double back and be like, all right, cool.
I still don't know, so you gotta tell me. I still don't know, so you gotta tell me.
You still don't know what?
I still don't know. You said people was talking about the 2.5, but they didn't understand how it worked. Where was it explained?
As far as when they had the pay-per-view stream, they thought the number count on the pay-per-view stream, they added it up and thought it was 2.5 million that they made on that pay-per-view stream. It wasn't a count as far as view-wise. It was a system for something else. I forgot what it was. I can't really tell you.
So they saw a number and thought that's how many people was watching. Oh,
right.
Okay.
Right.
But like in real life, like even as a business owner, it's the numbers are not being disclosed because you want to still be able to not pay them more.
No, that's not it. I want to be able to avoid the bullshit that comes with it.
No, because the only bullshit that's coming with it is asking for more.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
That's the only thing. So that's literally the only thing you're avoiding.
What is the other bullshit?
Right.
The other bullshit is you bring everybody named Mother into your situation as opposed to just the battle rapper you're talking to that you're disclosing that information on. Now Johnny from up the block know. Now Bobby and them, and Christina know and all that stuff. So now they get into the air this battle rapper or say and they throw their opinions on how things go and all that stuff, and they start battle rappers start listening to these people, and they come at the table with you with some crazy retarded shit, and then you got to go back and forth, and then you're just sacrificing a relationship that you're going to probably not have down the line just because what you disclosed for everybody to have an opinion on. Something's got to be discreet, man. But I don't need to disclose my financial business in front of the world to make a negotiating play with the battle rapper. I don't.
Yeah,
either the battle rapper is going to want to take. Either the battle rapper is going to negotiate in their favor and feel good about what they're negotiating for and be like, all right, I'll take that. Or they're going to be like, no, I'm cool with that. I can't do that. I'm good. And then we part ways, and there's no love lost there.
Right. But I've seen publicly announce how much money was lost. I've seen publicly announce how much girls were getting paid. Like you've even said, like, oh, I don't pay more than this, or like certain numbers is cool. You said it on our show.
I said how much I pay, how much I
You said the most you ever paid, or some shit like that. I remember because I think I asked.
I probably did because I was on one of the greatest shows in the battle rap game.
Absolutely. But
nah, man, I think if you're smart, which like you're saying, Misfit, me and Misfit been at the table back and forth via text message, yo, boom, bam, pow, bam. You know what I'm saying? So she's a great negotiator. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get mad at what Misfit be asking for and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think she deserves it. She's worth it. To be honest with you, my only thing is, unfortunately for me, female battle rap. If I had $1 million, I'd double what Misfit. Oh, you want that? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna have that what you're asking for your deposit, and then your back end is gonna be this. You're gonna get paid double. You understand what I'm saying? It's just what I'm allowed to do. That's all it is. And then if I'm really stretching it on trying to find revenue because I want that battle that bad, I'm gonna have to look for sponsors and stuff, and that's seldom seen because nobody wants to invest their money into female battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Well, battle rap, let alone female battle. Well, so that's the only thing that be my dilemma. That's the only thing.
What is that? Sponsors, you said?
Sponsors and shit like that, yeah.
What do you think is the biggest obstacle you face when trying to get sponsors for female battle rap?
That they want to invest in male battle rap more than female battle rap. It's just not. It's just an unknown. It's just an unknown thing as far as like we're big, but we're not big in the realm of saying bigger than URL brand and shit like that. That's not to belittle anything I'm fucking doing. I think what we're doing is great. But it's a male-dominated world. It's a male-dominated sport. They know about the True Surfs and the Calicos and the Luxes and shit more than anything else. And that's what they want to do.
What do you think is like, the hurdle? Like, what do you have to overcome in order to go above that? Like, what do we need more of?
I think I should do more sponsorship, lettering, and packages, and go to like more female-oriented
or just an
businesses
agent.
And brands.
Or just an agent that knows who to hit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's got to be an agent that knows both worlds as far as battle rap and the people that they're hitting and shit.
Because like female battle rap, like I don't see like if you push for like a Fashion Nova sponsor, you know what I mean? All these bitches wear that shit. Like I feel like shit like that you can probably incorporate, but like. Because I always try to figure it out myself. Like, what's that ceiling? Like, how do you break through the ceiling? You got
to remember. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
No, I'm saying, like, let's figure it out.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.